Hello and welcome to Fantasy Premier League Animate. I'm your manager Oded and welcome to the only channel where Premier League players come alive and try to convince me why they should be on my team. Today we're going to do a really quick review of the horrible Game Week 20 ahead and look forward to Game Week 21. What we can say about Game Week 20, the worst game week I had so far this campaign with only 30 points. No one of my players scored more than 7 points. I don't even want to look at my rank cause it's really bad. But 19 more games weeks to go and a couple of great weeks can turn my luck around and place me in a better position. So let's see what my team did this week. Wasn't a good week to any of my players. I really hope to keep a clean sheet all around because my players play against much weaker teams and my midfielder and striker were just awful. After 3 minutes, Crystal Palace scored against West Ham after they scored only once in their last 6 games. West Ham defense kept Crystal Palace offense to only 3 shots on target. Unfortunately, another stupid goal came around on the 97 minutes to leave my goalkeeper, who hadn't had much work, with only 1 point. Same goes for Cresswell, who wasn't involved directly with the goal West Ham conceived, but no clean sheet here either. At least he came out with an assist and 1 bonus point. That's all for this week for West Ham. What can we say more about Leeds' defense? Even when they meet a team in as bad form like Newcastle, who scored only twice in the last 7 games, they still cannot keep a clean sheet. Dallas had a great chance for assists that didn't play out and didn't do much more. With Leeds' schedules in the next coming games, leaving him on my squad will be a mistake. Stone came down from Mount Olympus after GW20 and had a solid game with a clean sheet against poor West Brom. I expect no less of him on Game Week 21 against Sheffield United. Another gamble I made when I used my wildcard on Game Week 18 is to bring this guy for my main man, Manchester United defender. In 4 games since then, he played only once. Some were injured and some other defender got the first shirt. He can still be useful to me with Manchester United's schedule, but the question is he gonna play? With Bruno I had some feeling he won't perform amazingly even though he made more points than my captain overall. Not a hard test this week. More than 2 million managers captain him. For some reason I knew he will blank even though he got some shots and assist attempt through Sheffield goal. If manager got upset because Fernandes blanked out, what should I feel after my captain for this week did start but didn't even complete 60 minutes to get at least 3 points? I took a risk to captain him and it really didn't pay off. Maybe next week he will contribute more, but I guess the captain shield won't be on him. In the 3-1 loss against Liverpool, Son had a decent first half with a goal that ruled out and another opportunities to score. But Spurs offense kind of collapsed when Keane subbed out before the halftime. Maybe next week he will do better against Brighton. Do you remember my transfer for Game Week 20? Who would imagine after gaining only 4 points in double Game 20 that Sushak will score twice? One unlucky decision can make one very upset. My only comfort that Harrison did provide with 1 goal and 1 bonus point, but he also got a yellow card and didn't keep the clean sheet. My gamble on him only half worked, but he still got more points than anyone on my team. Keane played only 1 half before he got injured, so not much to tell. And now I have 2 strikers in my team who are injured. Isn't that just great? I always rooted for Bamford because usually he do the right things when he get the ball. The only problem he don't get the ball much and hardly involved in Leeds game. To make matters worse, he was replaced on the 58th minute. Every point count, don't you know? Well, this week there weren't any player on fire, so we're going right to the bench. Lennon didn't manage to keep a clean sheet as well against Southampton. Bellerin, who did start for Arsenal, was in the same boat with an extra yellow card to get him only 1 point. McTominay didn't even play and maybe he will get the starting shirt next week. Nothing to say about Vardy, just get well soon. It cost me too much to sit on the bench, man. On to the transfers. Because I own two big money player strikers who are injured and won't play for at least 2 weeks, I had to give someone up, and that someone is Kane, just because his healing process may take more than Vardy's. So I had to give him up because his condition and his high price. I decided to take -4 and bring new defender 2 to my mass defense. Lindelof is a risk of injuries and rotation, and Manchester United defense, for my opinion, will not keep clean sheet a lot, and it's just not adding something else to the table. So I decided to bring 2 Everton players. It's been a while since they've been in part of my team, but I feel now is a good time to bring them on. Seems for the first time in a while Everton team without meaningful injuries, and all their senior players are playing. I hope Calvin Lewis will get back on his form from the start of this campaign, and what better start than against Newcastle at home. Lucas Digne in the last 2 games played the right fielder wing, which allow him to attack more, and he may gain a clean sheet with a little bit extra. On to my captain. This week I was thinking about 4 for the captain shield. First is Son, who, as I said, will have to face Brighton away without Keane. He will take more on himself, and I hope the rest of the team as well. Maybe Brighton will try to attack more with the lack of Keane, give an opportunity to fast break of Spurs players, a thing Son loved the most. Foden did disappoint last week as a captain, but I don't think he will be replaced this game week against Sheffield because he's rested enough. If Manchester City will be able to break Sheffield like they did to West Brom last week, I do believe Foden will end up with points. Fernandes is always an option for captain, like every week. He still shoots a lot and fixes a few situations for goal to his teammates, but it's been 4 games in the campaign without scoring and only 1 assist, and against tough Arsenal defense you cannot be sure he will break that spell. And last is DLC against Newcastle at home. It's a perfect game for him, as I said, to get back in form and drop big points on me. Now that Everton lineup is full with all their main players and he got a lot of help in the wings. A lot of balls will come his way for sure. So I decide my captain is... So this is my team for game week 21. There can be a last minute changes of course, but I do think Leno will start against Manchester United. In the previous match this season Arsenal won away against them, and now they're in better form than game week 7 when their last match. That's why I'm placing Bellerin as well on defense and hope it will not collapse. Stones and Foden will keep their place against Sheffield United, who is not an easy match. They gave Manchester City a hard time in the win for Manchester City on game 7, and they did beat Manchester United last week, so I'm hoping Manchester City will keep the momentum and Sheffield won't. Cresswell will try to stop the uprising attack of Liverpool, and I hope they will come over confidence after the big win against Spurs. I'll be happy if he only concede 1 goal actually. Harrison and Bamford will try to score against Leicester defense. In the last game between them it didn't end well for Leeds, who conceded 4 goals and scored only once. Fernandes will try to shake his last game and do better against Arsenal. For my sake I hope this game will end in 0 tie. And last is Son, that without Keane for the first time this campaign he will have to take more on himself. If Vinicius will play Keane will play as he played in the FA Cup, maybe Spurs will be able to get it done. Luckily for them they face Brighton away. Even though Brighton play well on defense the last few games, I hope Spurs will rise up and mostly Son. So I hope you enjoyed this video, it made you smile. Much more to come in the future, so if you want to keep up, please hit the subscribe button and press like. And I will sure love to hear what you think I should animate next to get funnier videos for you and what should be improved in my videos as well. Do well and good luck to everyone.